Welcome back. Here we go with the difference quotient. So we have a formula and we have an equation. This is actually the start of limits. Even though we won't see limits until about May, this is the start of limits. Why is it here? Because it's function notation. We've got to be able to read the function notation and do some algebra and stuff like that. So the way this is written, you have to do f of x plus h. So forget about the other piece of this. This, you have to plug in x plus h everywhere you see an x. So I have to plug in x plus h in here and in here. So that's the way we start. So we have, instead of x squared, it's x plus h squared. So this got replaced with this, but it still has the square. And then we have a minus 4 times an x plus h. You definitely need the parentheses. And then we have a plus 7. So this turned into this. And we use a different color. Now we got to go minus f of x. Well, what's f of x? Well, that was your original function. So I got to put it in parentheses. And this is one of the biggest mistakes students make. They do all the hard stuff and they forget it's minus this whole thing. This whole thing has to be in parentheses. Or you can also just distribute the negative from the very beginning. Trying to draw my line as straight as I can. And then I have this h on the bottom. We can't just throw that to the side. We need that. It's probably going to cancel with something at some point. So now we need to simplify. Got some simplification to do. All right, we got to square this stuff here. So we're going to have x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. You got to FOIL that. We practiced that earlier. Got to FOIL. Minus 4x minus 4h plus a 7. Distributing our negative, we got negative x squared plus 4x minus 7. And we still have our h on the bottom. Trying to draw this as straight as possible. There we go. So we got all that stuff. Correct? Sorry about that. Just trying to give myself some more space down here to write. So now we got to combine some like terms. Now a lot of stuff should cancel. If nothing cancels, you definitely messed up. So notice what happens with our x squareds. The x squareds go away. What happens with the 4x's? They go away. If you need to cross them off, please do so. Notice nothing cancels with the 2xh. So I got to write that down. 2xh. Does anything cancel with h squared? Nope. So I got plus h squared. Remember, that canceled, Up minus 4h. That doesn't cancel. The 7's cancel. So everything else is gone. That's the only thing that's left. And then I got an h on the bottom. So what happens? Well, notice everything on the top has an h, does it not? Yeah, that's cancel. We've got to cancel an h with each thing. You can't just cancel it with one of them. You've got to cancel with all. So I'm going to have 2x plus h. H squared divided by h is h. Minus 4. And that's it. Okay. Why don't you pause the video and try this one on your own. I will pause. Okay, we're back. Hopefully you've had time to do that. So we got to plug in x plus h for the f of x plus h. So we got an x squared. It's really similar type things. So we're going to go x plus h squared minus x plus h plus 1. Now I'll switch colors again here. Minus f of x. Remember, it's minus the whole thing, and it's just the original function. All over h. Got to simplify, but that's the setup. Okay? So this is going to be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus x minus h, and then a plus 1. Over here it's negative x squared plus x minus 1 all over h. So once you get, if your setup is wrong, okay, then that's the new stuff. If you're messing up from here to here, that's algebra. That has nothing to do with the quotient rule. So now let's see, we got some stuff that's going to cancel again. So we got this x squared canceling with this x squared. Yep. How about a 2xh? Yeah, nothing canceled with it. And I got a h squared. This x and this x canceled. I have a minus h. And the 1's canceled. So everything over here canceled. And then I still have an h on the bottom. And then again, everything has an h in it, right? If they didn't, we couldn't do this step. So it's 2x, because the h is canceled, plus h, minus 1. It's not 0. Negative h divided by h is negative 1. So there's your problem. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll take a look at it.